Just got your new area. Pretty stoked to go check it out. It's just about sunset here, got about an hour and a half. So perfect timing to get in and glass a little bit, and some of the craziest terrain I've ever seen. First spot, so just want to get out of the truck and do some glassing, and it's a beautiful evening right now. Absolutely gorgeous. Super killer morning. Got up to this little glassing spot that I thought where those mule deer were, and like I suspected, they were not mule deer, they were bighorns. So pretty fun to watch anyway. But I'm trying to work around this like knob here, and there's some really steep, gnarly terrain. It looks like bighorn. It looks like sheep country, but I just spotted 5 muleys working up this draw. The walk of shame. No, just kidding. It was a good morning. A few mule deer and a couple bighorn sheep, which was really cool. Well, that was close. That's a big snake. Big boy, big snake. Almost stepped on him. Just sunning himself. Ugh. Couple bucks coming off this ridge. about 150 yards, 200 yards. They just went over, so I'm going to sneak up, see if I can get on them. Well, it's the second morning. Last night I had to get up about 2 in the morning and move the vehicle in front of the camper. The northwest wind, the storm blew in. I thought I was going to lose the camper. It felt like it was going to go off its rocker. Luckily, the cliff is that way. The wind is blowing this way. There's some kind of weird vortex with the van and the camper being next to each other and the wind funneling through. It was crazy. I thought I was going to lose it. Last night I ended up getting on a really good buck. Not a really good buck. Good buck for me. Biggest muley I've seen in a long time. So, was able to get pretty close to him. And I was trying to slip around, get downwind and around them in the direction that they were feeding. And I had it made. And I was slipping through this little valley. And I thought I was in the clear. And I happened to peek back up the valley. And I didn't see him, so I kept on creeping up, and as I looked back around, he was right there, and he pinned me at probably like 200 and some yards, 300 yards away. But he caught that movement, and he was fixated on that spot and wouldn't let it go, and he quit feeding like he was, and he was just, you know, he was in survival mode and quit feeding, and next thing you know, he's just, you know, standing there looking for that danger. And I tried like hell to get close to him, but I couldn't. And it just ended up being me playing a waiting game with him, and never got that opportunity. And he ended up bedding down right in the spot where he was feeding, and it got dark and I left. It's cold, windy, rainy. Should be good stalking opportunity if I can find anything, but yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. This is day 2. Had a late start this morning. Got out to where I wanted to go and forgot my release. I pulled a Jamie. Michael will know what I'm talking about. So I had to go back to the camper, get my release, come back out. By that time, just started breaking daylight. Not sure that I would have seen anything anyway. Decided not to go after that muley buck that I found the other day, just because it was kind of a corner crossing situation, and made a few phone calls, talked to a few friends. Such a gray area. Still don't know what's legal and what's not. So if anybody has any ideas on the actual legalities of crossing corner pieces of public, let me know. But I decided not to go chase that buck. He wasn't huge. He was a decent buck though. It was fun to get on him last night. So out looking for more mule deer. I'm gonna go across that. It's a good day. It's a good day. Here's some bedding areas. Long hike back up out of this. It'll make breakfast taste all that much better. That finger right there. Pretty much cliffed out up here. I don't see any way around it or up over it. Way too gnarly. I'm gonna side hill that, get up on that ridge. Animal tracks going right up there and up that spine. Whew. I just got up to this ridge and cutting across, and there's 2 muley does in the bottom of this ravine. Just young ones. The one's got eyes on me, but set up and film them for a few minutes. One just bedded down, the other one's looking up at me. Just spotted a really good one right down here on this plateau. I'm gonna try to slip in and make a play, see what happens here. It's right there. I'm just gonna make a move. I got good wind. I don't think he smells me. There he is. How you doing, bud? A little bleached out, but pretty cool. That was my big stock for the day. The only buck I've seen. Whew. Well, check one more draw over here and heading back to camp and possibly a new game plan. Nice muley buck, way down there. Really nice buck. And there he goes. Hey, leave me alone, fly. That's gonna be a big buck one day. He's not right now, he's a decent buck, but man, I sat on him for probably like 4 hours. Got up out of his bed, fed a little bit, bedded back down. Got up again, fed, bedded back down. I crept in, I had him at 75, maybe 80. And he finally got up one more time and then just worked on this draw. And so I tailed in after him, but the wind is coming back down this draw here. And I figured it was going to be risky, but I'd go for it since I've been sitting on him all day. And anyway, he got the better of me. So back up the hill to get my backpack and head back to camp for some food and lunch. And been out here since 7 this morning, so a little fried. This is a decent buck, super fun to sit and play with. Oh God, had him so close too. That is tough. Oh yeah, right here. Embedded right in the spot. Right out in the open. See those tracks? And I watched the sun coming up, hitting the side hill over here. I knew it was going to hit him eventually and he'd want to move. And so I just sat and got patient on him and figured he'd come up the draw where I was because it was the last little bit of shade. But he ended up just working back down right in here and feeding a bunch and then bedding down right here. What was crazy was his head was in the sun and his body was in the shade. So to keep himself cool, might be it for the day. I'm pretty spent. I need food and water. Fun times. I was just walking over this ledge because a little grouse flew up. I was going to try to shoot him and almost stepped on a rattlesnake. See if I can find him again. Tiny little guy. Where the hell did he go? There he is. Hey, bud. I'll leave him alone. Little, but I'm sure he packs a bite.